Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So I'm going to make this video for Neo Cards and Comics because he says he's like a big fan of the Cleveland sports teams. And so what I want you to do is, what I'm going to show you here is that my Michael Jackson story is an American story, right? And involved in it, what you people don't understand is that it gets right into sports, and there's all kinds of stories that I've heard and stuff, right? But this one is a really good one, and it's all about Cleveland and shit, right? And it's like, I don't know how you could be a fan of Cleveland and not feel connected to this story and shit, right? So let me play this for you.
The dog died, and I decided to settle down in a big city. By then it was 1919, and I was living in Cleveland, Ohio. That's the reason you see me rooting for the Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Browns, and every other goddamn Cleveland ball team. Even when I finally moved to Detroit and married your mother, Cleveland never left my heart. As a kid, I remember Daddy driving us to Cleveland to watch baseball games. The Indians had black players like Satchel Paige, and my soul filled with joy just to be with Five, eating popcorn and hot dogs and watching Larry Doby smack that little white ball beyond the big banks of blazing lights, sending it sailing all the way to the moon. So listen, man.
Okay, so that was the part he was talking about Cleveland. So what that is it's Smokey Robinson's father. Okay, so he's telling Smokey Robinson, this is Smokey Robinson's book. And Smokey Robinson's telling you about his father. His father's nickname was Five, right? It's one of these things because, too, these little subtle things that are just weird. How life, like God works in mysterious ways, right? It's like, so Smokey Robinson's father is Five. And what he's telling you right there, the story is his father was kind of doing like a hobo stuff, right? Which is this other stuff to like with the Michael Jackson, Charlie Chaplin stuff and the Tramp. And when I hear that story, I'm like, that's like the story of like the Tramp and stuff, right? The little Tramp. And so it's kind of like the origins of Michael Jackson's life. It's like a real American story and stuff, right? And so the guy Five, Smokey Robinson's dad, he lived down in the South and he was a paper boy. And then there was a white guy that was bullying him and stealing his money. And so one time he bought a little knife and shit, and then the white guy came up to him and tried to steal his money, and Smokey Robinson's dad stabbed him in the leg, right? Stabbed him pretty good, where he was like, and so he was so scared at that time that he had stabbed a white guy, because he's like, the repercussions of what was going to happen to him and his family in the South, this is back in the day, right? He was so fucking scared, he never went home. Smokey Robinson's dad stabbed that kid, and he left home. Never telling his parents, nothing. He just left because he was so scared that if they found out where if he found out where he was from, that his family could be killed for that and stuff, right? So he just left, right? And then so that's what he's telling you. He left and he's like going and he's being like a tramp hobo, doing all kinds of stuff. And then he talked about Cleveland. Then he settled in Cleveland and stuff, right? And he became a big fan of all the Cleveland sports teams, right? So then he moved to Detroit. So Smokey's raised in Detroit, but Smokey's dad was a fan of Cleveland sports, right? And so like how he told you right there, that they would go drive to Cleveland to go watch the baseball games. And it's one of these things that, it's such a big part of Smokey Robinson's life. And it's like this true American story that I don't understand how I can't get people to deal with this and understand how important it is and what a great story it is and shit, right? So I just want to make that video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.